Let's get this thing going.
Hello, America. This is
the fastest 2 hours in radio.
I think we really need like an intellectual revolution.
Now, of course, this is not so much a show as it is a special event.
The Morning Edge with Fox 2's Vic Faust,
We need to have a little talk here.
Chris Knight,
Hang on.
and Eric Johnson.
The more bizarre he gets,
The more people like him.
A complex mechanism that in itself must be operated by an even more complex entity, you.
The Morning Edge starts now.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday. It is June 22nd. Our time is 8:02. Chris Knight's here, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust from Fox 2. Guys, is it possible that the president can make things worse when it comes to gas?
No.
He's going to try, isn't he?
Well, he's put his weight behind the federal gas tax holiday, but guess what? Economic analysts are saying this could make inflation even worse. I'm telling you, the hit job is in on America. I've been saying it for 2 years on this show. There are people, there are forces at play that are trying to mess with this country. Even Obama, his maker, Obama made Biden. Right? I'm your daddy.
Oh.
Yeah, Obama's Biden's daddy, right? I mean, we can say that, right, Chris?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Obama owns Biden. Oh, it's like when he sees him, he like runs up and sits on former President Obama's lap. He's like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Barack? Even Barack called the gas tax holiday a gimmick in 2008. I'm learning about it now. My main question was that how much will it really save you at the pump?
Well, it depends, but how long is it going to save you in the long run?
Correct.
Or is it going to be worse if inflation goes up more on the up?
So many people on this show have called and said this has all been a plan to move to renewables. Obama has said we needed to do it. Biden said the only way to do this is to move to renewables. Now the Treasury Secretary, Yellen, is saying the only way to fix the energy crisis is to move to renewables. If you did not think that this was a plan, come on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really,
And
as
the
a
way
journalist.
he pivoted on the beach the other day,
Oh
too.
my gosh.
Right to
the whole
it.
thing. And I'm not saying that renewables are bad. I'm just saying don't lie to the American public. It just seems like this has all been one big plan when you look, as a journalist, when you look at all the facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. And I'm like, even from the start, Janet Yellen was like, I'm surprised. I've got all these years of experience. I was bipartisan confirmed. Oh my God, I think I've got all this all under control. I was like, she's like, oh, everything's great. Everybody said she knew everything. And then she's like, oh, even I was surprised that inflation popped up. So anyway, that's where we are, regardless of how you feel about it, what side of the fence you're on. I'm just trying to figure out if this gas tax thing will work. Speaking of gas, did anybody watch Fox 2 last night?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Andy Banker's story?
I did not.
Andy Banker did a story. I've seen some of these stickers around.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. The picture of Biden, little stickers being put on those gas pumps. We've talked about it on this show.
I did this?
I did this. And then pictures of Kamala. I helped do this.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, that one's out there too, believe it or not. So we did a story. And what was interesting, and this is why I love Andy, he is such a phenomenal reporter. Althoff grad too, by the way, Andy Banker. But he's older than me by like 5 years. He did a story, and he said the people that, like the gas groups, the Illinois gas groups where he did the story, say, yeah, they blame Biden for the gas price. Oh, no.
I did see it.
Oh, Chris, you got to pop that back up when you get a chance. They even said they blame Obama. They on camera on Fox 2, or Biden. They blame Biden, but they say, please stop putting the stickers all over the gas pumps. They say that the workers are the ones who have to go out and scrape them off. And if they're on and they have not been seen for a while, it's tough to scrape them off. So the workers are the ones who have to do that.
Yeah, I don't think that this is going to come across as well as they think it is. But I think he thinks that shiny thing over here that says 17 cents.
Michael says, I like seeing the sticker. That way I can flip him the bird when getting gas.
Yeah. At least you can do something.
We didn't really get into in the story if it was a major crime, but I think it is a crime.
Oh, I thought
Putting
you just
those
couldn't mess
stickers-
with the stickers that are
Really?
on it, not what you.
Yeah, I thought
Oh.
they,
Well,
like, it
that's
was
what they're saying. but
defacing property
Don't we-
or
don't-
vandalism.
Don't we have better things to do?
No, well, as it all depends on the
Because
person.
you put a sticker on a
It all
gas pump that is all nasty and oily and smelly and
John says, quit taking the stickers off. You don't have to worry about it.
right.
I don't. The only. I mean, if you're a person that is not a Biden fan, you're not going to take the sticker off. If you're a person that likes Biden or a Democrat, you're going to maybe take the sticker off or tell the people inside, and then they'll come out.
Mhm.
I've seen them all over St. Charles County. I haven't seen them in St. Louis County. Not one. Not one. And I have spent a significant amount of time in both counties.
They just haven't made it that far
Hey,
yet.
Drew, this is funny. Drew
What?
says, I'm sick of
Oh,
seeing
boy.
those stickers.
Of course you are, Drew.
You like paying high gas tax. You like paying high
You
gas
make so
prices.
much money, Drew. Why don't you donate some to the Edge Morning Show?
No, Drew likes controversy and
Oh,
destruction.
that's what
and
it is?
He's waiting for the asteroid to hit Earth. And
Oh, okay.
He likes seeing people fight in the streets. He likes seeing division.
What's
he
funny
likes seeing people be shot. I mean, come on.
is people that drive behind him on the road
I like Drew,
probably
but Drew's dark.
probably hate
Drew's
his
funny.
Biden hair sticker on
No,
his
he
car.
has a dark personality. He
I
is.
know.
He is.
But he's funny.
Yes, Drew, we love you. So please don't stop. Don't stop, even with your dark sense of humor. Oh, they're talking about stickers on Fox 2 right now. That's coming from Kevin Joseph.
Well, what'd you say? Who blamed Fox 2?
Nobody blamed Fox 2.
Oh.
Andy Banker did a story, and the groups, like the gas ownership groups of Illinois on the Metro East Side,
Gotcha.
told Andy on camera, like, yeah, we can't stand what Biden has done.
Right.
I mean, these are the people in the know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's responsible. There's no way around it. You can't blame Russia. You can't blame Putin. It's 100% Joe Biden.
Right.
So, with that being said, they said, please stop putting stickers on gas pumps because that just makes our job more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So they were basically saying, we can't stand Biden and he's responsible for this. But when you put these stickers up, you make our jobs harder because we're having to do that on it. Here was the word that got me. I went, I looked at Mandy. On a daily basis. They're scraping them off on a daily basis. And then Andy ended his story and said, hey, I caught up with a guy that was traveling from the East Coast down to the West Coast. And he said, you know what? I see him at every gas pump that I go to, every gas station. I was like, I saw one last night, but it was in St. Charles County.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, though, if you think about it, because what's the number one thing in the world, well, in this country anyway, that's talked about right now that's killing Biden?
Gas economy
Gas.
inflation.
Yeah. So, I mean, it makes sense. People are not happy. They're pissed off. They're
Yeah.
paying $5. Man, I went and filled up my BMW yesterday. No kidding. And it cost me $128. My car only holds 20 gallons.
Ooh.
I hear you. Drew says, what about BLM stickers? I wouldn't care. I'm fine.
Those
But
don't equate.
We've already talked on this show.
No, that
You know,
doesn't even equate.
If you want to support BLM, support BLM. I mean, we're not against BLM. Nobody is. I mean, or I shouldn't say nobody. There are people who are against it, but not on this show. Go, if you want to put your stickers up, put your stickers up.
But that's different. That's like making fun of a rights group. That's not equal
Correct.
to making fun of the president, which is always going to be a comedic target. I mean, isn't that like those political little cartoons are some of the funniest ones sometimes?
No, they can be.
When they over-characterize them. So, no, that's different. I think if you're going to run for office, you can take flack like that, and you should be able to just deal with it. But BLM is a different thing.
Well, we're already divided as a country if you're really into politics, Republicans, Democrats. We already get it. Then Don says that he saw a sign in Texas asking people to please leave the stickers on all the pumps. That's right. We're down here in Texas. Michelle says, believe me, we see plenty of BLM hit around. We have to deal with it. Yeah. So anyway, those are all the things that we're starting to deal with. But when I was watching that story last night, because I was talking to Mandy, I was like, this has been going on for months. This isn't brand new. She's like, oh, really? But I'm telling you, you don't see as many of them in St. Charles County. You just don't. I mean, in St. Louis County. I think I've seen maybe at one gas station.
That's why I was surprised. I've seen the Biden one once, but not the Kamala one.
And see, you're in St. Louis County.
Right.
Well, I mean,
not as many people are putting them on in St. Louis County, but they are all over St. Charles County and the rest of the state of Missouri.
Well, there's Trump country out here.
Speaking of which, another Trump-endorsed candidate is going to be the first female U.S. senator to represent Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All while the January 6th hearings are going on, I'm telling you, as I have told everybody from the start, it doesn't matter. Nothing's coming out of this. If you hated Trump before, you're going to hate him more. Mm-hmm. If you liked Trump before, you may like him more. All this does is it's another entity to divide the country because nothing legal is coming out of this. Now, you have the committee, the panel, which is not bipartisan because the Republicans didn't get to put the 2 Republicans on the committee that they wanted to out of 9. They get 2 Republicans. They took the 2 Democrat Republicans, so it's not truly partisan. Even the committee has admitted that. And then, of course, Liz Cheney now saying, well, I think we should go try to make this a legal hearing because this isn't. Everything that you're hearing out of the January 6th situation right now is all one-sided. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. As a media guy, it drives me crazy because you don't get questioned back and forth. You don't get answers. People can just go up and say whatever they want, and there is no legal recourse on anything, and you're not going to be questioned about what you said. Mm-hmm. You don't have to prove it.
Nope.
That's the problem. I've told a couple different people. It's like, listen, all this is for show. This is to try to break Trump down so that he can't try to run again.
Right.
Because
that's not going to happen.
And it's doing the opposite.
Right.
And I'm trying to tell people, if you don't want Trump in, stop bringing him into the public. He loves it.
Right.
Of course he thrives on it, man.
If you don't want Trump, don't. All this is doing, and this is why I say there are powers that be. I wish I knew who that they were, but where there's smoke, there's fire. It's just more division to put this country on opposite sides because you continue to feed the fuel. And come on, Trump has a huge ego. He loves them talking about him. Mm-hmm. He loves it.
But let's not sleep on the fact that you said that was a woman, right? There's a lot of women now in Republican positions. And I think that might be a bigger story come the fall than we're paying attention to. Not just a red wave, but a red female wave.
Well, it's starting to happen. Every candidate Trump's endorsing is winning.
About damn time.
This man is so horrible they had to have hearings. This man broke the law. And all you do is seeing people all around America winning. Where did we hear that term before?
Right? That's
They're winning. And they're backed with the man with the red hat and the orange skin.
Yeah.
Who's that? Charlie
Orange
Sheen
man.
that did that?
Well, that was Charlie Sheen who did it. Winning.
Winning.
Michael Swan says it's the biggest and most expensive smear campaign in our history, and we're paying for it. WTF. Hey, whoever you like from a political standpoint, that's fine. It's welcome, especially on the show. These are just some of the things that are going on. You've got this hearing that is going on, and it's all this interest, all this time, all this money. We're not talking about the border. We're not talking about Ukraine. We're not talking as much about the gun situation, Roe v. Wade, inflation, gas, presidents falling off bikes. It's all Trump again. Trump, 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 Trump. All about Trump.
Keep saying it. I'm a Trump guy, though.
Yes, you are. Do you get angry when I rip him for having an ego and how he treated Pence?
No, because nobody's perfect.
Exactly.
Nobody's perfect. So, I mean, Trump had his failures. Every single president has had their failures, but Biden, in my personal opinion, has had more failures than any president in history of this country.
Well, you've got Democrats even alluding to the fact that this is maybe the worst presidency that we've seen in the 2 years.
Right.
Eric Johnson's in today. Chris Knight, Krista Cooper, and Vic Faust of Fox 2. We jumped right in. This is The Edge, by the way. The fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. 100.7 The Viper on Facebook. Share the show. Jump in on what is the best interactive Facebook message line you'll find anywhere. You can also stream us at ViperRocks.com. Once again, ViperRocks.com. When we take a break in 4 minutes, we'll come back. Guys, I got some information. We're
Is
going
it good information?
Oh, yeah. And we're going to
Oh,
have some
boy.
fun with it.
Okay.
Remember somebody told me that we could purchase insurance on somebody?
Yeah.
It's true, but it's not true.
See, that's what we were talking about the other day. I'm glad we're going to talk to
Mike,
somebody that knows.
Mike McMillan, he's the owner of the Mike McMillan Country Financial Agency,
Okay.
is going to join us. I know Mike, former pro baseball player, played arena ball too, quarterback of the St. Louis Attack. Do you guys remember that? He was a former pitcher with the Minnesota Twins as well, San Francisco Giants. Well, Mike's a St. Charles County native. He's got a son who plays college football at Missouri State, was a terrific player out here in St. Charles County. He is going to set us straight on what it is. And if you have any insurance questions, you can talk with Mike. So we'll do that.
Eric, can I take an insurance policy out on you?
Yeah, you'll probably be using it real quick.
Eric,
Come on now.
Eric, we were fine with you getting here at 8:15 today because we heard that a listener saw you at a gas station putting stickers on that I did that.
Those are the greatest things ever, aren't they? It's just public relations, and it's the truth. What is the problem? If I was a gas station owner, I would just leave them on there. I wouldn't touch them. I'd be like, hey, man, I don't have the resources. I can either put my kids who are 16 scraping this off or have the kids going and getting ice or whatever. They're on there forever. It's the truth. There's nothing to lie about it. I was thinking about Biden just on the way in here when you guys were talking. And about 2 years ago, we were like, what's going on? It's like this big mosaic that they're trying to destroy the country, and we can't really figure it out. I think they have all of their pieces in place. I really do. They wanted the green crap, the Green New Deal. Boom! Nailed it. $6 a gallon's coming up pretty soon. They have the CRT garbage. Did you see the Navy's video of the two kids talking about pronouns in the U.S. Navy?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday.
It looks worse than
them
Sesame Street.
No, and one of them is in a rainbow sweater.
Yes, rainbow sweater. And these are the guys building, submarines. Then you have the border, which has just overwhelmed the election system. That's their job. We have figured it out. We didn't figure it out. It just happened. It's all in place right now. Everything that they wanted to do, Vic, is now here. It's unbelievable. And they did it in 18 months. There's nothing to even – the only thing you have to worry about is what are they doing with this monkeypox crap? Is this them also? Because I think the COVID stuff
maybe.
was
Well, maybe. We had the first recognized case in the state of Missouri 2 days ago. So outside of that, we haven't heard more about it, but that's what has happened. By the way, Drew just said Donald Trump was threatening poll workers. There is no proof of that, Drew. Here's the problem. I didn't hear any phone call or see any text where that happened. If you did, please tell me. Please let me know. That's the problem with the hearings. People are up saying whatever they want to say. There's some phone calls that we've already heard before. It's audio we've already heard regarding the election. But that's the problem with the hearings. People can say whatever they want, and there's nobody to question them from the other side.
Nope.
That's the problem. That's why this has all been a circus. That's what I hate about it. It's like hey, if Trump did something wrong and illegal, freaking fry him. But you can't prove anything. That's the problem.
I think that all of this, I think if they would have just not talked about Trump after the election, he would have dissipated a little bit, I think. But every day the media talks about him, the Congress talks about him, people are talking about him. It's like putting a Coke bottle in a vice grip. Eventually it's going to blow up, and that's what's going on with Trump.
Yeah, but Eric, how do you not talk about probably one of the best presidents we've ever had?
No, they're scared to death.
In our lifetime.
They're scared to death. That's why you see the liberals trying to push every agenda through that they can. And they will get it through. Some of this stuff will go through. But people don't want it in their backyard. They don't want the high gas prices. I'm afraid right now because the refineries one by one are closing.
That is such a great point. It is happening. I didn't know if it was at being scared rate yet, but they are closing. I have seen those stories.
And the gas executives are saying, dude, you wanted the green initiative. You put it into motion. This is like turning the Titanic in the middle of the ocean. Nothing moves fast.
Eric,
this isn't a speedboat.
Is your forearm from playing the guitar so strong that you can grab like a can of beer and squeeze it so hard that you pop open the cap?
I don't know. I haven't tried in a while.
Did you
but
bring the football?
I didn't. I did.
You did?
Southside, sure.
Why do we
Good.
need the football?
Yeah, why would we need
Me,
the football?
you, and Eric are going to play. So, ladies and gentlemen, the show will be in about 2 minutes early today because we're going to go outside
It's too
and throw
human.
the football.
It's too
Yeah,
human.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper, and Vic Faust of Fox 2. Don't go anywhere. We got to take a quick break. We're going to have some fun and learn when we come back on the other side of this break. Mike McMillan, the owner of Country Financial, is going to join us. We're going to find out if you can purchase insurance on Chris's cousin, who you don't know, or somebody else. If you have any interesting insurance questions, let us know. I want to learn something in this segment.
Well, let's do it.
It is The Edge, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. We'll be back with more right after this. It is The Edge.
Edge morning traffic. Good morning from the Viper Traffic Center. I-70 drivers on the move both directions between Lake St. Louis and the Blanchard Bridge. Watch for a stalled vehicle I-70 westbound past 370. It's on the right shoulder. And 6440 drivers also in great shape between the 70 split and the Boone Bridge. 40 eastbound does slow between Lindbergh over through Hanley. And 170 southbound jams at the approach to the 6440 flyover ramp. 55, a slow go as you make your way through that construction zone. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge morning traffic.
Grab your coffee. The Morning Edge will be right back on 100.7 The Viper.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
Come on down to St. Louis Hemp Company in St. Peters, where you can get all of your CBD needs, as well as many other euphoric cannabinoid-based products. From topicals to edibles and drinks, St. Louis Hemp Company has what you need, and new products are coming in all the time. You can get your medical marijuana card in store. Come on in to St. Louis Hemp Company, just off I-70 at Salt Lake Road by Deerbergs, and get your hemp together. Check out St. Louis Hemp Company on Facebook for more info and map.
Hi, this is Dr. Erin Huey with Tomasino Gerst Vision Source. We provide a ton of specialty care: glaucoma, diabetic eye care, dry eye evaluations, now myopia management. Typically, we see patients that need vision correction for a variety of hobbies, for work, most often glasses and contacts. Come and see us at Tomasino Gerst Vision Source, dryoureyes.com, 272-1444, dryoureyes.com.
Hey, Brian Dawson here. Folks, Brian Dawson Roofing and Construction is a roofing company dedicated to excellence and quality. We are very familiar with working with insurance as well as uninsured roofing needs. We do room additions, small roofs, big roofs, steep roofs, flat roofs, residential and commercial. So hey, if you have any roofing or construction needs, call me, Brian Dawson.
Learn more by visiting BrianDawsonRoofing.com or call 636-465-9465. That's 465-9465.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
The fun never stops at Dog Prairie Tavern in St. Paul, Missouri. Tuesdays, join us for extreme bingo and tall boys all night long. Thursday and Friday, dance the night away with the best DJs around. Saturday night, we go live with some of the best local bands on the planet. Plan your Sunday fun day on one of the biggest and most comfortable outdoor patios around. Best food, coldest drinks, and always a good time. Dog Prairie Tavern, St. Paul, Missouri. Like us on Facebook for an up-to-date band schedule. Dog Prairie would like to wish you all a happy and safe 4th of July.
This week on RVER, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
That new doctor is drop dead gorgeous.
Please, he's just another RV League educated surgeon with good hair.
No, he's different.
Nurses, we got a Class C motorhome with a detached driver's side mirror. Meet me in the OR. Stat.
Right away, doctor.
No, she's on break. I'll handle this one.
Oh, you conniving little...
When your RV really needs saving, Progressive has you covered. See if you could save with a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign, and we handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday, June 22nd. Our time is 8:29. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Lots to get into today. Chris, we got to find a way that people can like the private service. It's like the OnlyFans for. Don't look at me like that, Crystal. The OnlyFans for the Viper, not your other stuff. This here outtakes. Chris and I are talking about a woman in Pike County. It's a spirited conversation. You and Eric are talking about gummies. Eric asked the best question ever. How can you make sativa different from indica?
Yep. Or what's the difference?
What's the difference? One makes you excited and one puts you to sleep. That was the best.
Put you on the couch.
I've never smoked a joint that didn't put me to sleep.
There you go.
Before I was even had the munchies. Never. I just done. I'm
so
done.
You're interested in the sativa stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if
a lot of people with pain.
If it becomes the thing, that would be the one that I would be interested in. I don't like to take anything that makes me fall asleep. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't like to take a lot of pills anyway, or even when I get a headache or whatever, I like to push it out.
Well, we'll get into that. It's the 2 hours here, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. It is The Edge, the Morning Edge, 8 to 10, Monday through Friday. You can catch us on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. As always, share the show on Facebook. You can see us right here. You can jump in on ViperRocks.com, on the web, ViperRocks.com. You can always give us a call if you want to as well. Some people like to do that, 636-695-2915. Okay, somebody in the room the other day told me you can purchase insurance on life insurance, that is, on somebody you don't know. Well, we said, we got to get somebody on. All right, well, I'm bringing our insurance expert in from the St. Charles County area, Mike McMullen. We appreciate you being patient with us this morning as we got to you of Country Financial. Mike, good morning. Is the answer yes or no to the question I just brought up?
Good morning, everyone. The answer is no. I would assume somebody read something on the internet, but the answer is no.
But they did know him. That's how the conversation.
The answer is
came
no.
up.
I agree with our caller. He knows what he's talking about. How can you?
That's not how I remember the but
Yeah, it was an employer-employee situation.
The entire world would be like Deadpool. We would just be taking bets on who's dying first.
Right.
You can go take insurance policy out on somebody else.
Let me
I have
put
an
it to you this
insurance
way. Let me
policy
put it
on
to you in a
somebody.
common sense kind of way. So I'm going to put life insurance on one of you guys. I'm going to need your social, height, weight, birth date. They're going to have to do an exam on you, all this stuff.
Exactly.
If somehow, some way, I miraculously find all your info on the internet to do this application and forge your signature, and you die, Keith Morrison from Dateline will be knocking on my door because I'm going to be the prime suspect.
Yes.
I mean, there's just no.
Yes.
The common sense doesn't work.
Yes.
But I guess my question would be this is kind of a trick question because I have an insurance policy on somebody else. It's a family member, but they know about it.
Yeah.
But you can still do it.
Point? Yeah.
You have to have an insurable interest. So,
Correct.
So a family member, even an ex-wife or husband, even a grandparent, somebody who if something happens to them, you lose financially. I can't just drive down the street and, while I'm in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, be like, oh, man, you know what, dude? I'm going to get life insurance.
Right.
That's what I understood it to be. So I just wanted to make sure because I was like, there's no way in hell that's possible.
No. And if it was, like I said, I mean, what is Dateline? The prime suspect's always a life insurance person. I mean, if something happened, you'd be the first person, put in cuffs. So
I would go up to Alaska and put $1 million policy on every fisherman up there because it's like the most dangerous job on the planet. And as soon as two of them fell overboard, you'd get your money back. And you'd be looking pretty
good. And then
good.
you quit your job at the Viper, and then you never talk to those guys.
I would never do that. I get paid too much here.
Don't let him tell you. He would do that.
I get paid way too much here. What are you talking about?
We're talking with Mike McMullen, the owner of Country Financial. But so we've established that from a life insurance standpoint. Mike, I'm curious. Do you have some just outlandish policy, or have you heard of any outlandish policies when it comes to life insurance or anything else? I mean, I can only imagine what people are insuring and how much money they're insuring things for.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have, of course. I've been doing this a long time. I mean, this is, so I've had two jobs my entire life. And, my dad, I started when I was 18 because he's done insurance. So I used to play professional baseball with the Giants.
We promoted you, by the way, before you came on.
And I did insurance. Those are the two jobs I've ever got paid for. So I've been doing it a long time. I've seen I'm from California. I've seen tons of stuff. But, the thing is, people insure this stuff because it's important to them. So, it may be outlandish to me that you have, $500,000 in jewelry that you need to insure, but it's important to them.
It is. Wow. Absolutely. Somebody jumped. Hey,
Chris, are you his client with $500,000 worth of jewelry?
Probably close.
Right.
Yeah.
Half of it's around his neck today.
From some cat.
No, it's not. I've had
Yeah, chill. I've had a house break-in. I've had a house break-in. And that's one of the most unnerving things on the planet, especially when you have a bunch of guitars like myself. So I highly recommend getting insurance for everything you have.
Mm-hmm. But people don't understand though, like your guitars, like you just assume it's covered, but they only cover it if you don't schedule it on your homeowners. Because anybody can say, I could go, say I take my vacation to Cancun.
Yeah.
And I'm in the ocean and I say, oh man, my Rolex fell off my watch. Yes. And then I try to, somebody calls me and is like, oh, I had this $30,000 Rolex that fell off my watch. We're not going to pay. You had to have told us and give us an appraisal and stuff, because then I'd have every client coming back from vacation saying I lost my Louis Vuitton purse or my, Rolex or my, I was playing, like I was playing down in, playing a concert with Bon Jovi, and you weren't. You were not playing a concert with Bon Jovi.
Well, I could have been.
And you lost your guitar. And
right.
It was, a $10,000 guitar. So, you need to make sure anything over probably $2,000-$3,000, you need to make sure you call your insurance person and say, hey, I need to make sure I get this scheduled on my insurance.
So how do you do this? What was that girl's name? The other one of the Kardashians was wearing Marilyn Monroe's
she
dress.
was.
Remember that? Let's say that they didn't just let her borrow it. Let's say they gave it to her. How would she get that insured? What would you do to say, all right, man, this is a hard one. I don't know how much this thing is worth. How do you get that dress insured so Kim can actually wear it out in public?
You have to have an appraisal within 2 years. So she would have to get an appraisal, send that in, and then because the insurance company go by their appraisal, you can't just say, hey, this is how much this is worth, or how much you bought something for. You may have paid overpriced for it. But
kind of like cars.
An appraisal within the last 2 years, and I suggest anything you guys have, always get it appraised every couple years because the price of gold goes up. So you might have a diamond ring who you bought for $5,000. It could be worth 10 now. So
how do you appraise?
They better check that dress because I think it's stretched out.
But you know what I'm saying? When she wore it, Vic. That is
Hips
so
are a little
true.
wide on that.
He is
in a
seamstress.
couple places.
$1 million seamstress on that sucker.
Good point.
What's the biggest policy you've ever written, and what's the biggest monthly nut that you've ever seen on an insurance policy? Was it for like a yacht or for what was it?
Yeah, they're all different. I mean, homes. You get into the $1 million homes. Auto insurance on
10
families
cars.
that have a ton of teenage
Chris.
drivers. I've seen.
Oh, yeah. I insure a
$1,500 month.
17-year-old. Trust, it's been a nightmare.
And SR22, that insurance gets pretty expensive, doesn't it?
Well, that's an airplane.
That is, because it's obviously that means you usually have a bad record or something on there. But the teen drivers is huge. But the good student discount, I always try to tell. I have a 16 and a 19-year-old, and it's a huge difference if they have over a 3.0 the last couple semesters. It's huge.
Who knew?
Yeah, it's a huge discount, and I even tell people, I'm like, here's what it's because I want their kids to get in trouble because I'm a mean dad like that.
Yeah.
So I tell them, like, here's what it would be if your kid had a 3.0. So I'm pretty sure that kid hates my guts, and as they grow up, will never do insurance with me. But I'm trying to help.
It's actually a fascinating thing, the insurance
Eric,
field.
they put
It is.
little devices on your phone or in your car now where they test how you drive.
Yeah.
But it was going to be for me and my son. I was like, can I do our insurance and have me off of that? Where you only judge his driving and not my driving?
Oh.
You can. We have that too. It's called. We just started it like 6 months ago. It's called Driver IQ. I try to talk to people. People don't like it, and it's not for everybody. So we just kind of offer it, and you don't have to have it, but it is a thing now that you're going to see more and more companies go to.
Have you ever insured a pet monkey?
Not yet, but I would love to insure a pet. I think that would be awesome.
Wait, do you
I would
insure
like to
your
have
pets?
a pet monkey in my office, but I just don't know who would take care of it when I was gone.
Chris
But
would.
Chris
I would
almost
love
bought a
to
pet
insure something
monkey.
like
That's
that.
why.
Chris Knight will take care of it for you. Don't worry about it.
First of all, I would love to know how they get it appraised. Like, how do you get a pet monkey appraised?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
how much
my
does it work?
question.
That's a
Is it
great
special
question.
monkey?
That's a great question.
Well, how do you insure something that's priceless? Fair question. What if Eddie Van Halen's guitar, his original guitar, came up for auction? Someone bought it. How would you measure what that's worth?
Right, exactly. What is that appraised for? Like, it's
Not
I
very
don't know.
much.
That's a great question. Who's going to appraise it? How much is it worth? Yeah, it's impossible.
It's impossible. So does someone say, I'll just take $1 million? Is that how it usually works? They just go, I just want $1 million on this thing if I lose it or get it busted or whatever.
Well, that would be if anybody did that, that's stupid.
I know, but it'd be an accident. I break guitars all the time. I would be the guy that broke Eddie Van Halen's guitar.
Is it an accident?
No, it's not an accident. He's
I'm abusive. I'm abusive.
Right. Was it an accident? Were you playing Guitar Hero and just slamming your guitar up against the wall?
And the neck just fell off.
Accident. I hear that all the time. Was it accident?
Just like rip the whammy bar off.
Right.
I wanted to
didn't
use
mean
it on
to do
another
that.
guitar.
That was an accident.
Right.
No, your rage problem was
There
the
you go.
accident.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, we've been talking with Mike McMullen of Country Financial. Mike, it's clear we've got some financial uncertainty in the market right now, inflation. With that being said, has that affected insurance or what somebody should be looking at or thinking about when it comes to insurance or rates for that matter?
Yeah, I put a Facebook post on today because, me and my wife, we went to get gas and for both our cars and it was almost $200. I'm like, man, what are ways I can help? I know, obviously I'm a salesperson, so, I would love people to get insurance with me. That's just part of your job. That's how, we make a living. But One thing I can tell you is that most people do have, your house payment. If you own a home, your house payment is escrowed. The insurance, your mortgage company just keeps paying it. You have no idea how much you're paying. You don't. You really don't. No, most people, 90% of people have no idea. If you're paying $1,200 a year, you're paying $100 a month in escrow for your hazard or home insurance. If you cut that in half, you save $50 a month on your house payment. So people should know how much they're paying. They should have an idea, because that's an easy way to cut maybe $100 or $200 off your monthly payment, or $150, by just understanding that coverage. You'll call and complain about your Spectrum bill or your cell phone bill and all this stuff, but people will just let their home insurance keep going, and they'll never question it.
Interesting. Mike, I have a very, very, very serious question for you.
All right.
I invested in new hair.
I want to put an insurance policy on it.
Like new hair, like
as in Hans Wyman did an amazing job at a transplant to regrow hair on the back of my head and a little bit in the front. Could I insure my hair?
Let's get off insurance. I am bald. Can I be a guinea pig on this too?
Yes, you could probably work a deal out with them and cut them some rates from an insurance standpoint, and they might be able to help you. Do you have any hair that you can take at all to put in it?
When I shave my head, I'm sure I do, but I would look ridiculous unless I have a full head of hair. I'm not going to just grow some in the back and sides.
No.
I'm not going to do it.
Do that. No. Could somebody insure their hair?
That, you know what? I would love for somebody to call me for a quote on their hairpiece today.
What about their natural
just
hair?
So I can call my underwriting department and be like, hey, listen, we need to insure this. What do I need to do? And
the underwriting department's like, what the hell? Okay, I was just curious.
He makes insurance kind of cool.
No, he does.
I don't
Mike's
get
great.
it.
That Mike is great.
But that's where all the money is, man. Insurance. You want to make some cash? Go get into insurance. Because
it is, but people think, you see a lot of stuff too. Like, the thing is, like, yeah, I want people to buy insurance from me, but I also know, it's a competitive market. We may not always be the cheapest, and it's okay. Like,
yeah, but
insurance, that's why
insurance.
you shop around. Like, I understand.
That's not about cheap.
There's
It's
times
about.
I'm higher. There's times I lower.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's okay. Like, we can still be Facebook friends. I'm cool with it.
I'm the guy that buys insurance when I get to the airport and rent that car. I just want that peace of mind.
Yeah.
But there becomes a time
when you run it into a brick wall, all you got to do is drop it off with the keys and walk away.
But there's a time when you can have too much insurance, isn't there? When you just went overboard and you're like, wait a minute, my incoming nut is like 40% insurance. When do you suggest people stop buying insurance, or can you bundle it all together? What can you do?
Well, everyone's situation is different. You don't treat anybody the same. Some people have more assets they need to protect, because I've seen bad accidents to where people have been sued because they didn't have enough insurance. But I've also seen people who, are overpaying on insurance and maybe they don't need as much coverage. Everyone's different, and I don't try to sell based on like how much money I'm going to make. Sell based on what do you need? What's your budget? Some people may need more insurance, but they can't afford it.
Yeah.
So what do you need? Like, you tell me. As long as you know what's covered, and if something happens, you understand your coverage. People aren't understanding what they have and what they don't have, because I come across let's go life insurance. It's everybody who is, I'm not going to die. We're all going to die. We don't want to talk about it.
I saw a stat where 60% of Americans have life insurance. So for the majority of the country believes it's important, but it's only 60%.
Do you I just want to buy you a beer. We'll go out and have a beer sometime. Did you play out in, just a real quick question, did you play out there with Barry Bonds? Were you out there?
Yes, I have a bat signed by Barry and Jeff Kent and JT Snow and everything. But
That's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike was a pitcher, by the way.
Was he? Okay.
Mike, let me ask you one more question before we end this. If you go get a life insurance policy, typically where's that fine line at before you have to go take physicals, get blood work, et cetera, for the people that are looking, maybe they want a $10,000 policy versus a $250,000 policy?
Chris says blood work, and I hear plug work.
You're in perfect physical specimen, Chris. You have nothing to worry about.
On mine, but there's a lot of people out there that don't get life insurance policies because either they smoke or they're overweight.
Oh.
So where's that line at where you can go get an insurance policy to at least cover your funeral costs, et cetera, et cetera? Where's that happy medium at where you can at least get an insurance policy without getting a physical?
Good question.
Well, under 50, so right now, for us, and I know a lot of insurance companies are different. For us, we're an A-rated company, so, our financial backing's good. So we will do, if you're 50 or younger, we will do up to $1 million that you could qualify for no exam. If people are taking medications and stuff, insurance companies have to protect themselves and make sure they're going through their due diligence and stuff. So, but as you get older, obviously it's more expensive. The younger you get it, the better. You hear term and invest. I hear a lot of people, the Dave Ramsey, buy term, invest the rest. Whatever. There's something for everybody. So it just depends on what you're looking for, what your budget is. We have a policy that I love. It's the term, but it's an insurance. There's a return of premium rider on it. So what I love about it is you get a 30-year term for however much your death benefit is. It's guaranteed to pay out one way or another. It's either going to pay out if you die, or it's going to give all your money back to you if you're still living at the end of that term that you paid into the policy.
Wow.
It's a guarantee. I mean, it's getting paid out one way or another.
Okay.
But it does cost more than a regular term because it's kind of that buy term and invest the rest. They're putting, the insurance companies, add a rider on top of the term. So because they're gonna have to pay out one way or another.
That is interesting. Mike, how can people get in contact with you? Best way if they have questions about insurance or need something or just need to learn something?
Or just want to ask a question. I don't care if you're insured with me or not. If you have a hard time getting a hold of your agent and just are like, hey, will you just look at this for me? Sure. Yeah. You don't have to buy anything from me. I'll help you out. I'm on Facebook, Mike McMullen, Country Financial. You could Google Mike McMullen, Country Financial, and you'll see my office, my website, my email. My email goes to my email, my phone. You could text our office, 636-922-7789. And you could text it, you could call it, you could email. Most people don't want to talk to people these days. So whatever you're comfortable in doing, but even if it's on the weekend, we'll get back to you. Like I said, we just want to help. The economy's rough. People, if I can help anybody, whether it's with me or somebody else, I did what I was supposed to do.
Hey, before you go, Eric was a quarterback a long time ago. Hey, Mike also, Mike has a star
quarterback at, Vic?
Oh, I played for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah,
I was with the Cardiac Cardinals back with Eric
He
Ariel.
He tells me you were a quarterback at Lindenwood.
Yeah, I played up there for a second and a half. And I played semi-pro football for Sam Adams' football team up in Seattle, Washington.
Oh, what did you play with? Did you play at Lindenwood with Pat Ross? Or?
No. This is back when it was
there
still
were no helmets.
Yeah, when it was no helmets and it was the turf looked like this carpeting right here.
Well, Mike, hey, watch out for Mike's son. His son, Caden, is at Missouri State.
Yeah.
And he is a terrific quarterback as well because Eric loves
everybody's
quarterbacks.
A quarterback.
He loves watching quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And Missouri
everyone's a
State's
quarterback, a pitcher, or a shortstop. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Mike, thanks again for taking some time with us this morning to educate us. We'll have to get you back on once again. Mike McMullen with Country Financial. This was fun,
Anytime,
right?
guys. Have a great day.
All right,
Thanks.
man.
All right, Mike, there you go.
Right.
I feel like I know more now.
He played in the Asterix League, the Barry Bonds, the Sammy Sosa, and the Mark McGuire League. That's when they were putting balls over the wall left and right.
Yeah, we should have asked him how it. Yeah,
Right.
I thought that was
fair. How was that?
As a pitcher, you knew you're throwing to somebody who's roided up.
Who's juiced.
So a normal pop-up's going to be a home run. How does that make you feel?
I think that was the most exciting part of baseball history ever was the Asterix League, was when they were just roiding up and putting baseballs in the next county. That was fun to watch.
Well, yeah, it's like watching a softball game.
Yeah, it's their own body. They can do what they want to it, right? They do. Anyway,
Speaking
to
of
insurance.
which, Mike was a great guest. We appreciate that. Real quick, because we're talking about baseball, we've got an interview coming up after the break. What do we have, Crystal?
Yeah, so Mike Curtis is going to call in. He's with Mind's Eye, and they are over in Illinois, but they help the seeing impaired. So they have a beep ball tournament this weekend. So he's going to call in, and he's going to let us know.
Beep ball. We're going to have to know what a beep ball tournament
Yeah,
is.
This is good stuff.
Like BEEP, so beep. Like think you're hearing a beep. So he's going to explain that to us, and it's like baseball. There are a few different changes that he'll explain.
And apparently, Well, I think we should have a beat ball game between the four of us.
I do too.
Yeah.
It'd be
We
me
should
and you,
put
me and you
blindfolds
versus
on.
those two.
No,
What do you think?
we're doing the
do it.
40
I feel like
first.
Crystal Cooper has some super secrets. She's super athletic.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
want,
she is?
I want her on my
She's
team.
5'12".
I want her on my team.
Yeah, I know. Can I throw the football after, or am I like
Oh,
out?
no,
Oh,
you
my
throw
goodness.
it, throw it best. Exactly.
I don't know. Can you?
Remember,
May I? May
You
I?
might be in trouble.
Joe
Eric.
wants to know who wins the 40. Vic or Eric? Eric says Eric. Vic
No,
says
I'm
Vic.
gonna give Vic his dues. I tried a 40 the other day and I couldn't break like 6 seconds.
Hey, you
was
finished.
brutal.
And by the way,
It was
listener,
brutal.
I see him under Abe thinks you'll win 100%.
I don't know about that, dog.
Abe came up and introduced himself to me last night.
Is he really?
I was at a high school 7v7 football like scrimmage, and Abe came down and sat right next to me in the bleachers and introduced himself.
That's
Abe,
cool.
thank you for coming up and saying hi. It was good to catch up with listeners wherever we can. All right, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, what time is that interview?
9:05, right after birthday.
All right, we're hitting post on time. How about that?
And PRL will be on Fox 2 this morning.
Oh, it's
Oh,
this
yes.
morning?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, but you have we'll tell you about a concert coming up that Fox 2's actually sponsoring.
I know. I don't
Can you
understand that at
believe
all.
that?
It's because we
Yeah.
felt bad about what Chris Hayes did.
Chris
to you,
Hayes
right?
was like, get PRL on here. Come on.
We'll explain it all when we come back. The fastest 2 hours of Morning Talk Radio. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper, and Vic Faust of Fox 2. Back with more right after this.
Edge Morning Traffic. Good morning from the Viper Traffic Center. A big jam through North St. Louis County this morning from road work and an accident eastbound 270 near Washington Elizabeth. Missouri State Highway Patrol still have several lanes of I-44 eastbound closed near Antire. That's from an early morning to fatal accident. 6440 eastbound, still a slow go from Lindbergh over through Hanley, and some slowing northbound 270 from Manchester up to 6440. In St. Charles County, 6440 and I-70 drivers are on the move. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
Hi, this is Kate. You're listening to the Edge Morning Show.
Hi, this is Conrad Bellman at Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters. Right now, we're buying any pre-owned vehicles. At Bellman Carnection, we will take anything on trade: farm, house, truck, cars, and SUVs. Bring into a Bellman pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van today. The inventory is always fresh, so hurry in before someone else buys the one you want. Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters at Highway 70 and 370, where you will never pay the max. Online at carnection.com.
Dealing with fatigue, loss of motivation, unwanted weight gain, or loss of sex drive, just to name a few? Then Summit Rejuvenation Centers have just what it takes to get you back on track. As we move up in age, our testosterone and estrogen counts go down. Let Summit bring back that youthful feeling with increased confidence, lower body fat, cardiovascular protective, and increased libido. Building confidence in yourself can be a life-changing experience. Summit Rejuvenation Centers, Wentzville, Cottleville, Chesterfield, South County, and Ladue. Summit would like to wish you all a happy and safe 4th of July.
You work from home, and now home can be anywhere you want with an RV from Bill Thomas Camper Sales. RV travel is the ultimate social distancing for your family, and you know what you have with you and where it's been. For 55 years locally, family-owned, Bill Thomas Camper Sales has had the highest quality for every budget, and they have guidelines in place for your safe shopping experience. Travel in comfort and safety with a visit to Bill Thomas Camper Sales in Wentzville. For details, hours, and directions, go to btcamper.com.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials: a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Now another hour of the Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
Hey, it's Shanny from Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. And it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascots Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Viper Weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray. Still summertime on this Wednesday. Partly sunny skies, hot and humid. Just a tiny chance of a spot thunderstorm. 90 to 95 degrees. The northwest flow starts to open up again tonight. Clear skies with a slow drop in the humidity. 69 degrees. Thursday, sunny skies. Pretty nice for summer on Thursday. Less humid. 89, 90 for the high. Friday, partly sunny. It's hot. Gets more humid during the afternoon. Maybe a spot thunderstorm. 95 for the high on Friday. Saturday, hot and humid. A pop thunderstorm possible. Near record heat of 100 degrees. But on Sunday, partly sunny skies. It's cooler and less humid. About 85 for the high on Sunday. Up and down we go with temperatures and humidity. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
Whipper River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. 8:59 is our time. It's Wednesday, June 22nd. Here's something that could have helped us, Eric. Bluetooth has created a headband that alerts coaches of concussions when they happen, when there is an impact to the brain, and they can feel as if the brain waves have had a major contact to check on that player. The company is called Movement Interactive. They developed what's called the HIJI or HIJI band, HIJI. It's a Bluetooth connected headband. It can alert coaches and trainers more quickly if and when a concussion or possible concussion happens. Very fascinating. And some less good news last night, Lincoln County, Moscow Mills, there was a murder-suicide. A husband, police were called on a husband. He was armed. SWAT team moved in. He shot his wife. Then he shot himself. Wow. The only good news that we got out of that story was a 14-year-old son was able to get out of the house safe. Also last night, a fire late in the night heavily damaged an apartment building in St. Charles. The fire started just before midnight at the Glen at Bogey Hills Apartments on Zumble Road in Lake Court. 12 units.
That place is always burning down.
I didn't know that. I don't know. Bogey Hills? Bogey Hills burned down, the country club.
Yeah.
There were some questions, but it's really nice now.
Insurance?
It's really nice.
It wasn't so nice before, but no. But man, it's really nice inside now.
Where's Elliot
What
Davis?
was Mike saying?
If they
Is
could
that
burn
really,
the course down and start over, that would be great too. No, I like it.
really what happened?
I played at Bogey Hills recently. I like it.
I'll take your word for it.
Because
Old Hickory's better.
I haven't played Old Hickory yet.
It's no Belle Reve.
Okay.
Better than Bellevue.
Also, Jackie Joyner Kersey, one of my favorite athletes of all time, is celebrating the World Olympic Day at WashU former Olympians from the St. Louis area come and run the track. It's really cool. You get all these Olympians at one spot. St. Louis County Library is expanding its GrandPad tablet program. That is really cool. Also, Cardinals won last night. That was great. 6-2. Nolan Gorman, 4-for-4, 2 home runs. Are you kidding me? Jack Flaherty not looking good, but the Jack Flaherty loss curse is over. Now he just has his own personal curse. That's a look at the morning headlines. I'm Vic Faust.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. That's right. I served you cake. I'm Peggy. Pull your leggy.
Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go.
All right, June 22nd, it is a Wednesday. People born on this day are born under the sign of Cancer. These individuals are well known for great artistic abilities and a strong drive to succeed.
That sounded like the last 3 days.
No, this is different. Cancer.
Okay.
Meryl Streep, actress, 73 today. Often described as the best actress of her generation, she has 3 Academy Awards and 8 Golden Globes. Cyndi Lauper, she's 69 today. She won 2 Grammys through her career so far. Best New Artist in 1985. Carson Daly, radio TV show host. He is 49. I thought this was funny when I looked it up. He was an MTV TRL VJ.
Stop it. That's how his career started,
But
Crystal
they're
Cooper.
all letters, right? MTV TRL VJ.
Yes.
It's so,
Crystal.
Do you know what
started
MTV
back
was?
in the day.
Crystal.
I knew what it was. I'm saying it's
No,
funny.
did you
that
ever
it's
see
all
a music
letters.
video when you were a kid?
Yes, I used to get home and turn on TRL. All right.
Not TRL.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about just watching the damn music video.
Yes, of course.
It's funny to hear her say TRL. That's like way,
I know.
way late in MTV.
I know.
Stop it.
Carson dated Britney Spears.
Oh, yeah. No. And then, he's done very well. All right, there's an author that has a birthday today, Dan Brown. He's 58. He wrote Angels and Demons,
Yep.
The Da Vinci Code. That was turned into a movie with Tom Hanks. Kurt Warner, 51 today.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson,
The best
golfer.
quarterback of all time.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Well, actually, did you know this about Kurt Warner? That was his first year as a starting quarterback in 99 when he won. And he won
Nope, never heard
league
of it.
and Super Bowl MVP.
Nope, didn't know it. I've never heard the story.
Golfer Dustin Johnson, 38
Oh.
today. Yeah, he has 2 major wins. 16, he won the U.S. Open in Oakmont. And then
Yeah.
in 2020, he won the Masters.
And he just signed
with-
for about 100 to 200 million to go to the Live Golf Series.
Right. Well, he won that Masters 20 under. Do you know who he's married to?
Of course we do.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Chris, do you know who Dustin Johnson's married to?
No.
Who's the greatest hockey player of all time?
Oh,
Gretzky.
damn.
Yeah, Paulina Gretzky, Wade's daughter.
Wow, didn't know
And
that.
Gretzky's married to a St. Louisan.
That's
So
right.
we got all kinds of cross-pollination going on around here.
And even though he's not on the active list right now, Tyler O'Neill, Cardinals left fielder, is 27 today.
One
and
big
actually,
muscle.
he's won a gold medal before in the 2015 Pan American Games with Canada. So I
Let me
thought
guess,
that was kinda
powerlifting?
cool. No, baseball.
Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
right. Okay.
Randy Couture, also 59. And we had some politicians. Dianne Feinstein's 89, Elizabeth Warren, 73, and Adam Schiff is 62. Happy birthday to all the other celebrities from your Edge family.
Pucker up, baby.
No, seriously, pucker up.
Today is National Kissing Day.
Show some love by sharing some smooches today.
Me a cat.
I'll just give you a big wet kiss.
Big sloppy kiss.
Long tongue, no lips.
No tongue.
A sloppy old man coffee kiss.
It's National Kissing Day.
Smoochy, smoochy.
Happy National Kissing Day.
Well, showtime.
Yeah, put the kiss cam on Eric and Chris.
Give me a kiss, Eric.
I'm going to come give you a big old kiss, Chris.
Welcome
Kiss
to
Chris.
LGBTQ plus one day.
Wow. I want to talk some baseball. I'm excited about this.
We are.
next
Welcome back
guy.
to the show. It is The Edge. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Krista Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Bringing it to you strong as we do every day. It's Wednesday. Thanks. If you have a question, you can jump in. If you want to call 636-695-2915, you know you can jump in on Facebook. 100.7 The Viper. You can go to viperrocks.com and listen to us, or YouTube, The Morning Edge. Crystal booked us a guest, and this is really cool.
Yes, I have Mike Curtis on the line today with Mind's Eye over in Illinois. They help the visually disabled. And this weekend, they have a huge tournament. So I wanted to bring him on and have him explain to us all about Beep Ball. How are you, Mike?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So tell us what's going on this weekend.
Yeah, beep baseball. It's a unique version of baseball and softball, so it's an adapted version for those who are blind or low vision. This weekend we have our ultimate beep ball tournament happening in Fenton Park. We'll have 12 teams this year. So, what beep baseball is, even though it was designed for players with who are blind or have low vision, we use this tournament as a fundraising platform to support Mind's Eye. And then our nationally competing team, the Gateway Archers, to compete nationally against other people and teams who are blind or low vision. So that's strictly low vision. So people playing this weekend are all visual abilities. Most of them are sponsors of Mind's Eye or organizations and corporations we partner with throughout the year. So beep baseball, it's an adapted version again of baseball. So it's usually 6-on-6. So taking you through a typical at bat from the batter's perspective. So the batter will go up to the plate. The batter is blindfolded. The pitcher and catcher are on the hitter's team. So the goal is to get you to hit the ball. So the ball sounds like this. So it's going to be kind of loud. Sorry. Hold on. So it makes a beeping noise. So the pitcher will pitch you the ball. Hopefully you hit it and put it into play. So there's a first and third base. There's no second base. The bases are big padded cylinders that are about 60 feet away. So you'll hit the ball into the field of play, and then you'll run to first or third base. It's completely random. If you get to that base before these 6 blindfolded fielders pick up the ball, then it's a run. If the fielders get it, then it's an out. So I know I threw a lot at you.
I want to play that right now.
I know, right? Doesn't it sound like it would be a lot of fun?
I'm serious. I would love to try that to see how your senses work
Well,
and see if
there's-
you could even do it.
Well, we would show video, but there's beeping that's hard to take out for us right now, just so people get an idea. But it is fascinating when you see people visually impaired being able to play a version of baseball, softball, with this beep.
Yeah,
it fascinates me how somebody can still be able to put a bat on a ball just by hearing. Right. Fascinating.
I know. That's why I wanted to have him on because. And then you just said we have our own team here. Did you say St. Louis Archers?
Gateway Archers. So
Wait.
we since Mind's Eye, we're based in Illinois. We didn't want to exclude this side of the river.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So they travel?
Yeah. So we've competed in 3 tournaments so far this year. 2 in Indianapolis, 1 in Athens, Georgia. Yeah. We'll have another one coming up in Champaign, Illinois, the second weekend of July. And then we'll compete in the Beat Baseball World Series, which is a big 18-team tournament.
That's cool.
This year it's in Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah. See, I wonder if the advertisements on the outfield wall is like in Braille, so that people can actually read it. Of course.
Yeah. So the field, the fields are set up a little bit differently. So to describe a little bit more of the equipment, the beat ball itself, it's a Chicago style softball.
Mm-hmm.
So it weighs about a pound, so it does have electronics in it. The fields are 170 feet, so there's no fences. It's everything spray painted. So if you hit the ball in the air over that 170-foot line, which it's very hard to do. I think there's only been 2 home runs this entire season, probably in about 100 games.
Right.
Then it's an automatic 2 runs. But yeah, I've been at Mind's Eye for going on 6 years now. I've been in charge of beat ball for 5 of those years. Our team that travels is relatively new. We're on our 3rd year, but just going from this recreational thing to, it's considered professional beat baseball because it's the highest level that it gets played at. It's pretty intense. Like to see these guys as competitive as they are. They're athletes first, and then visually impaired second or third.
So
we're showing video right now, just in case for our people, if you want to watch on Facebook.
Hey, Mike, do you have a beep ball by you?
Yeah.
See if you can get it to work to where it beeps, because we're showing video and it's your interview, so it'd be better if you had one by you that could make the noise and they could, it would kind of go with the video that we're showing right now.
So the question I have is that, these kids, is this a new thing or has this been around for 20 years or is this a brand new sport?
No. So this has been around since the 70s.
70s.
Yeah. It got started by a bunch of Southwestern Bell employees in Colorado. That still make a lot of this equipment that we use today. So here's what the ball sounds like, by the way.
I don't think I can hit that.
It's not working.
Because it's over. Yeah, it's over a cell phone.
So yeah, I mean, obviously with most things over time, they grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, that's cool.
The league that we're a part of is the National Beat Baseball Association.
So how did you get involved with it?
4 teams that compete.
Are you impaired? Do you just facilitate the league for other people, or how'd you get involved with this?
Yeah. So I mean, with Mind's Eye, I mean, obviously that's how I got started. Honestly, my background's in music technology, so I had no idea what beat baseball was or even adaptive sports when I started here. And it's just kind of something I grew into. So no, I'm fully sighted. I mean, I wear glasses. That's for reading. That's not a level of visual impairment that'll let me play the sport the way it needs to. But with beat baseball, you need sighted volunteers: the pitcher, the catcher, a pitcher, which I am, but also the coach. But then also in the field, you have spotters, calling the name or zone of the person that the ball gets hit to. So, I mean, it's a high-speed sport, but we still try to be as safe as possible, which is why we have certain rules set up to eliminate collisions of people running to the base and the fielders and all that stuff too, though it does happen from time to time.
Well, Mike, before we let you go, how can people get in contact with you or join you or support the mission?
Yeah, so like I said, this Saturday from 9 to 4 at Fenton Park, we'll be there if you want to come check it out in person. If not, on social medias, you can check out Mind's Eye Radio, and then to follow the Gateway Archers as they compete this year. Facebook's the best place, the Gateway Archers.
And you guys do a lot other than beat ball, right? I just really quick want to let everybody know you provide audio at Cardinals games, at different theaters around town and stuff like that as well, right?
Yep. So we have a program called Audio Description. So if you guys know what adult sign language is, you'll see that at times in person at live events. This is the opposite of that. So we describe things that are visual that a person who's blind or visually impaired can't see. So at Cardinals games, I mean, yeah, there's the radio, but obviously you have commercials and there's a delay. But you also have the fun things at baseball games or blues games like Louie or Fredbird running around in T-shirt cannons. And at theater, I mean, we describe set pieces, costumes, people entering and exiting the stage. So audio description is a huge thing. If anybody wants a taste of that, any platform like Netflix or Hulu will have that as an option if you go under audio.
Well, kudos to you, man, because I'm all about helping the handicapped and the disabled, and this is a great thing right here.
Yes, thank you so much.
Give these kids an opportunity to play baseball. How about that?
Well, kids and adults.
Yeah.
It's
it's awesome.
for everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Mike, thanks again,
awesome.
man. We appreciate you joining us. Have a great day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, very interesting.
I want to get out and do it, right? I might go on Saturday.
You mean go and do it? Could you do it with with a blindfold on or something?
Yeah, I want to give it a try.
You would be at such a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Well, but
it would be sick.
The pitcher's on your side, right? So maybe maybe even if you swing once or twice, and they're like, okay, she's right about right there. I think it'll help a little bit.
Yeah, but this is years of developing that sense of hearing.
Oh, for sure.
And that sense of being in a dark space and not seeing anything.
Right. I didn't
and
say
you're
I'd
coming
do
into
well.
that. You're coming into that
But
world.
you try.
Yeah, I try. I didn't say I'd do well.
Yeah.
I think it would be great if we all went to the bar. Maybe we went to Winty's one weekend and then got a couple people and went and tried to do beat ball.
That'd be good.
We got to use blindfolds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you have to do it in the dark.
You are going to do it in the dark because you have blindfolds on.
Well, then why do we have to drink?
Because that would make it even more interesting. Are you trying to say something, Vic?
I know. I was just like, I it would be. I don't
What's
know,
the
I'd hurt
sensation of being drunk even like with the blindfold on? I don't even know what that is.
Saying.
I mean, do you feel drunk at that point because you have there's no spatial
Yeah,
rate?
That's when everything spins.
Okay.
That's what I hear.
What do I know?
It's called spins.
That's what I'm told.
Right.
But we appreciate him joining us for that. By the way, you're listening to Edge. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2.
Oh my gosh, did you see this on the Facebook line?
Go ahead. What's going on?
Cassandra says, yes, she's a spotter for the Gateway Archers.
What?
Yes. So one of our listeners on the Facebook line doesn't even just know what it is. She is a part of it. That is so awesome.
That is very, very, very cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Switch it up.
I love it, Chris. Yeah, but the unfortunate thing is this is a good story and everything else is not so great. some
I
of
think
the
I'd rather go watch beep ball than soccer any day of the week.
Would
Okay.
you?
Beep ball than soccer.
I know you're not a soccer fan. We've talked.
Well,
about
nobody
it.
is.
Not yet.
But the MLS is going to be massive. We've run you. The last time we talked about it, you finally said, "Okay, I'll give it to you. It's going to be huge."
I just think that
It's going to be huge in St. Louis.
I think the branding of the St. Louis City or whatever they're called is so much better than the Cardinals and the Blues.
Yeah, no, it's genius.
It's crazy how good they did.
And you're in
But the-
marketing and branding.
But are
so
the
you get
clothing
it.
really going to bring me out to a stadium that has crime like all the way around it?
It's gonna because it's gonna be safe there.
Really?
Yes.
The hooligans could take out some of that crime down there.
The
They
St.
could. I've seen
the
it.
St. Louis hooligans.
Yeah, the hooligans. Soccer is devoted to its hooligans, or the hooligans are devoted to soccer, and they don't take no crap.
No.
They don't. I saw it in Seattle when these most passive people on the planet would go to a soccer game and they would come out of that stadium and they would beat the garbage out of anybody that came against them, man. Hooligans you don't want to mess with. Maybe we just send the hooligans out through St. Louis after a game to clean up the city.
Well,
anyway.
Summer's grossest treat has arrived. This just made me go, ugh. But maybe, just maybe for Crystal, didn't you tell us you like Bloody Marys?
Uh-huh.
This reminded me of something that might be a Bloody Mary. The newest thing for summer is a ketchup popsicle.
What?
No.
What?
I know.
What?
It gives me chills in a bad way.
That's like a joke. That's like a prank. It's like something you'd see on
No.
TikTok. It says, "Watch me give my boyfriend a tomato paste popsicle."
Now, there's a line in an awesome movie, Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
About how someone could sell a ketchup popsicle to anyone in white gloves. Well, French's is now partnered with a Canadian popsicle company to create
Disgusting.
a ketchup popsicle called the French Sickle. It's described as being perfectly savory with a hint of salty sweetness.
Oh my
No,
god.
thank you.
Oh my god.
Were they like in a meeting and someone was like, all right, we got to come up with a different fruit?
The
and someone
picture
just
of
was like,
it-
tomato.
It looks like a strawberry popsicle, but you bite in. Okay, I'm just telling you,
Ugh,
it's got a salty, sweet taste to it.
no.
A popsicle.
I would eat a pickle popsicle before I'd go ketchup.
Oh my god. Anyway, move next
Eric,
story.
another. I don't want to scare
story.
you,
That's
but if you can't stand on one leg for 10 seconds, you might die within 10 years.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
I
Are we all doing it now?
I know. You two are standing, and I'm like, researchers in Brazil published the results of a study that found that adults between the ages of, you don't have to worry about this,
I'm
Crystal.
still going. I'm
Eric
switching
does.
feet
Between
now.
the ages of 51 and 75 who can't stand on one leg for 10 seconds
I just did it. I'm
are
fine.
twice likely to die within 10 years.
I'm okay.
Okay, good.
Or am I?
I trust you. I hope
It's just
you
one
are.
benchmark.
No, we've also got, for people who go to KFC, they just invented a new utensil, although I kind of thought that they already had this. It's called the finger spork. It looks exactly like their normal spork. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, like a spoon with edges on it,
Uh-huh.
but it fits. This is awesome.
Yeah.
It fits on the end of your finger. So you just scoop it. So if you put on 5 of them,
No.
you got 5 sporks on your fingers.
This is great.
Edward Scissors.
This is great.
You can just,
This is
Edward
great.
Sporks.
Because
I mean, this is grossing me out because my biggest pet peeve is people eating grossly.
yes.
And then could you imagine?
I could imagine.
You go to
Because-
KFC and you
yeah.
see somebody with 10
Yeah.
sporks on just
Because the
shoveling their mashed potatoes.
greatest thing in the world is the KFC potatoes and gravy, correct? And the first thing you do when you get through the drive-through is you just open the lid and you put your finger in there, right?
I don't eat KFC.
Well, there's a
Don't like
problem.
it.
That's a problem right there. Well, how can you not like KFC?
Mm-mm.
What? How,
Too greasy, too
How?
fatty.
do you,
Oh
eat, do
my
you eat fried
God.
chicken? Have you ever eaten fried chicken from a fast food place?
No, I mean, I have and I don't like it.
Oh my God.
can
You
eat-
would never sit down at a restaurant and if there's like a fried chicken like special tonight, I will never order it.
Man, you can.
And I only like my mashed
By the way, you
potatoes.
have to order a specific meal to get them. It's called the side lovers meal. Then you can get your
Yeah.
Edward Scissors hands.
I'm doing it after the
They,
show.
I want to say they
I'm
fit
doing it.
on your
I am. Kids will love this.
Our text group's going to blow up with Eric. Fingers.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. This has been a bizarre story today. Go ahead.
The handle on the spork. There's a reason for that. Sorry.
I don't. I guess you could. I don't know.
Well, the spork is the most ridiculous invention of all time. Let's be honest, because every time you try to use the fork part of it, it just cracks the thing in half.
True.
Okay.
True.
Crystal, you're married.
Si, senor.
Does your partner or spouse's driving make you nervous? This study said that 63% of people say their partner's driving makes them very nervous.
No.
The top times are we speed up when we're running late, when there's less traffic, and when we feel like we're in a hurry. So he doesn't.
No, he's a great driver.
What about your driving? Does it make him nervous?
I don't think so. I drive the majority of the time anyway.
You do? I
do.
bet you wear the pants in the family.
No.
Nope.
It's
Yeah,
just
she
more.
does.
It's
I think
just
you do.
more that I don't do very well sickness wise after having kids, so I'm better off if I drive.
I don't think
doesn't
that's
have
a
to do
bad
with,
thing
like,
these
a control
days.
thing.
That's not a bad thing. There's can be an alpha male and an alpha female in a family. You strike me
we're
as like, I
both
got
alphas.
everything covered. I got it all covered.
Well, I already told you the meme
he doesn't
that
have to
flies
worry.
out there.
What's that?
The relationships and marriages at work has one person that's absolutely crazy
Yeah.
and one person that's absolutely boring.
What are you, Crystal?
So there's a trade-off.
Are you the boring or are you the crazy one?
I'm probably the boring one.
Yeah.
Are more boring and the other one's more crazy
Yeah.
or more lively, I guess.
Yeah, I'm probably the boring one.
Yeah. I think we need to meet Crystal's husband. I do.
Can we call him? Where is he?
No, you can't call him right now because he's working.
Wait, he can't
He's
take
on
a call?
set. No, his phone's on silent. He's on set.
What do you mean he's on set? Like he's an actor or something?
He works for Days of Our Lives.
He's working on a show that
He's
he can't-
Lucas.
Yeah.
Whoever Lucas is. I don't know.
It sounded right to me.
Ridge.
Damien.
Brooke.
Yeah.
We got
No, how about I'll drive him into work one day. He can come in.
Yeah.
What do you mean he's on set? Or can you talk about what his job is with the CIA?
Yeah, no, I can't. No, he's on a production set. That's all. That's about all I can say. So he can't have his phone on.
It's for the secret season of Ozark 4.
I still don't understand this. I'm gonna have to find out
Yeah,
what
I
that.
know.
What do you mean? He's on set.
It's so mysterious.
It's very.
We need
mysterious.
to take Crystal's husband out for a beer, for sure.
You know what it's like
We
when
have
you
to
get to
now.
work. You
We
can't
have
be
to.
walking around when other people are on air with your phone on, right? So
Yeah,
you know what
I
it's like to
guess.
be in a studio or on a set.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got
That's
you.
not
No,
true.
I got
Vic will text you back when he's on set. He will. He
Oh,
definitely
I would
will.
probably get a text
During commercial
back,
break.
but it
During
might take a
commercial break,
second.
yes.
Yeah, sure.
Um.
No different than when we're in here.
Well, I think the only person who's not able to charge more these days for a service and inflation is Vice President Kamala Harris. Not sure if you saw this or not.
Oh my God.
But a picture and photo op with her and her speaking used to be $15,000. Now, the fundraiser that she's going to, it's only $5,000.
Boy.
Ratings, it's thought of that her ratings as the vice president have forced her to cut appearances from 15,000 to 5,000. The event, the Democratic Women's the Women's Leadership
Oh
Forum.
no.
It didn't sell enough tickets, and it was postponed
Lack of appetizing funds.
because there weren't enough women that wanted to go to the DNC's Women Leadership Forum. That's a problem. So, the price tag for donors to have their picture taken with the sitting public servant used to be $15,000. Now, tickets with the VP at the Women's Leadership Forum, they couldn't sell enough. So they had to go down to $5,000.
And they don't probably have enough of those to make it worth their while as well.
It doesn't
No,
say
they
yet.
canceled it, didn't they? Wasn't that a canceled event?
Well, Bloomberg's opinion writer, Robert George, says, well, this has to be because of inflation. People just don't have enough money to go see her.
and it's her fault. I did that.
I did that. Oh, my God. That's what. It's 9:26. We got to take a quick break.
I was going to charge 30,000, but it was when I brought it down to 15. You should feel lucky.
Eric Johnson, Chris
an
Knight,
idiot.
Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. So, yeah, things to talk about. Mike Pence has come out. He's backing President Trump 100%.
Stop it.
Yeah. He's like, we had a great time. We ended our working relationship amicably. He says that the hearings are only trying to destroy the good work that Trump did.
Yep.
So all of this.
This is the biggest story of the damn day, Vic. I didn't hear that until you just said that. I thought Pence and him were like going to have a duel.
He came out yesterday and
10
said that,
paces and turn around.
He came out and said it, and you now have more GOP senators coming out saying, hey, Biden administration, we still have protests going on at the Supreme Court justices' houses, which is illegal. Are you going to do something? Not one word has been said by the Biden administration.
Well, they
so
don't.
far.
They do that for
About
everything.
This illegal. So
they do that for everything. They do it for illegal aliens. They do it for inflation. So are you surprised? Hell no. They have set their stuff in place, and they're going to let it just spread like a cancer.
Let us know
for
what
the
you
next
want to
2
talk
years.
about in the final segment. Let us know. You can also call us 636-695-2915. We'll be back with more Edge right after this.
The Edge Morning Show. Back in a moment.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. So good, you gotta try it. With Straight Talk, you can get our Silver Unlimited plan for just $45 a month. Now with unlimited high-speed data, plus 5 gigabytes hotspot data, and no contract, with nationwide 5G on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot for your data when you can get unlimited for a whole lot less? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
The fun never stops at Dog Prairie Tavern in St. Paul, Missouri. Tuesdays, join us for Extreme Bingo and Tall Boys all night long. Thursday and Friday, dance the night away with the best DJs around. Saturday night, we go live with some of the best local bands on the planet. Plan your Sunday fun day on one of the biggest and most comfortable outdoor patios around. Best food, coldest drinks, and always a good time. Dog Prairie Tavern, St. Paul, Missouri. Like us on Facebook for an up-to-date band schedule. Dog Prairie would like to wish you all a happy and safe 4th of July.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
Every 40 seconds, someone in the United States has a stroke. Strokes are the leading cause of death and serious disability nationwide and around the world, but it doesn't have to be. Knowing the signs and symptoms of a stroke and taking quick action by calling 911 to get to a hospital like Barnes Jewish St. Peter's or Progress West for fast, accurate treatments is critical. Learn more about strokes and see if you're at risk by visiting bjc.org/stroke. That's bjc.org/stroke.
DQ presents the sound of an all-star summer lineup. Leading off, the promising rookie, new Oreo Dirt Pie. On deck, the fan-favorite Girl Scout Thin Mints. Summer standouts, drumstick with peanuts and cotton candy. And batting cleanup, it's you. With your red spoon and 6 summer blizzard flavors, official treat of MLB. All part of the new DQ All-Star Summer Blizzard lineup. DQ? Happy tastes good.
Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peter's carries a full line of automotive parts and paints. They're a PPG Platinum distributor of automotive paint and industrial coatings and auto body shop supplies. For over 40 years, your hometown auto parts store is Midnight Auto. Stop in at Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peter's, just off Mexico Road, 447-4000, 447-4000, on the web at mid-niteautosupply.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
The graphics are so real on this video game console I bought with the savings from switching to Progressive 10 years ago. I can't tell what's real and what's the game, which I think is what people want. You know, in the future, which it is currently.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
People's Bank and Trust is helping you get a grip on your finances with our new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills all from the palm of your hand. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net for more information and to start using mobile banking. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. 9:32, Wednesday, June 22nd. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Hope you're having a great day. Summer is here. You can feel it. Hot, hot, hot. Yesterday was right around 100 degrees. Heat in to see again. Some reprieve is coming this weekend, though. The humidity is never that great, but we're here rocking and rolling as we always do. Glad you're joining us. Facebook 100.7 The Viper. Share the show as always. Mike Pence says, not going to let you do it. President Trump and I have no problems. Our vice presidential relationship ended amicably. He said the hearings are nothing but to try to destroy the great that was done with him and Trump and take people's attention off of the horrible situation that are going on right now in this country. He said, quote, I'll always be proud of the record we created. We delivered for the American people, end quote. So, Pence saying the right things.
Yeah.
Whether he believes it or not.
So here's the deal, dog. Midterms are coming up. These campaigns in the next few weeks are going to start rocking and rolling. Trump needs to jump in, not needs to. He will jump into this thing quick to clear the field. And if Pence is right there with him, maybe that's the best.
What do you mean?
Maybe what if Pence was his vice presidential it's like we're getting the band back together.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Man, Pence.
No?
Really?
So then who do you see him picking? Do you have an idea?
I don't even know if Trump's going to do it. Earlier this week, Eric said he didn't think Trump was going to run.
I don't know if he is, to be honest with you, but if he is going to run, it's going to be real soon because he has to take Pompeo on. He's going to have to take Haley on. He's going to have to take everybody that wants to jump into this race.
DeSantis.
He can't afford to be the last guy in this thing.
Yeah, he can. I think he could.
I don't think so. Because
they're going to be waiting. Everybody's like waiting.
No.
Is Trump going to jump in?
Right.
Because he is still the number one most popular Republican candidate for president. The latest research that was done showed him being that way.
Oh, yeah. What do you do if you're Pompeo and you're out there spending your money going around the country?
You're maybe hoping he picks you, right?
Well, it doesn't matter what they're doing. Trump could care less. Trump has the golden hammer. He is the leader of the Republican Party, whether Republicans or Democrats like it. He is the guy.
Yeah.
Even Lindsey Graham said the Republican Party starts and ends with Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's true. This is fascinating. We need a political scientist on here, but I think that he has to get in fast before the midterms, in my opinion, because he needs to make sure that all these people that are going to be running and being asked questions about the Trump era policies and Donald Trump. Could you imagine all these candidates going out? What Trump did was great, but we can't have that again in that White House. And then having that for months in the press, in the media.
I see that as teasing him up.
Yeah, it does.
And he's like loving it. He's like, all the attention's about me, and everybody's just waiting.
Yeah.
Because we already know his ego, and it's bigger than anybody else's around in politics.
Yeah. I don't know that helps him, though, if you have Republicans teeing off on you all over the place. I don't know. But I just have a feeling that the Republican primary season is going to start pretty soon.
Well, his backing is not 100% bulletproof. We have seen this. Most of the candidates he is supporting or throwing support towards are winning their races. They're winning their primaries at an astonishing high rate. However, he's not winning every endorsement, and he didn't win in Georgia. And it's very, very interesting to see the whole dynamic there because he went after Brian Kemp. But Kemp still looks like, hey, this is my state.
It is.
And people like me more than they like you, Trump.
Mm-hmm. And Kemp is a good guy because he's not afraid to say everything Trump did in office was badass. That whole election thing where you focused on us in Georgia, not so much true. We think that all the ballots were counted and yada, yada, yada. I think that the state of Georgia is more purple than people think it is.
Yeah.
It used to be super red. Now it's kind of purple. And you do have to play right in the middle. You cannot be extreme one side because the other side has Stacey Abrams, who's incredibly extreme. And they got Warnock, who's incredibly extreme. Georgia's going to be the most interesting state to watch. They have Herschel Walker running for Senate, and they have a incumbent Republican governor. Can he beat Stacey Abrams?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fascinating.
Do you not think that Trump could take a win in a way, even if he doesn't run, if he endorses DeSantis? Because, I mean, he
Yes.
kind of founded him. And you know what I mean?
Yes.
Would you rather be the
DeSantis
godfather? Would you rather be the living godfather of the Republican Party and be the puppet master? Or would you rather run and potentially lose in the next in the primary?
But
I feel like the first. I do.
But here's how I see it going on. If another person becomes president of a Republican, if somebody's a Republican and becomes president, they're now in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump loses.
Well, but Ron
he
DeSantis
loses
has
the power that that perceived power.
I don't think so. Do you think that Barack Obama's lost any power? Hell no.
No, because
Hell no.
No, because of who's in office. But because
right, but
that's why, because that person, doesn't.
True.
He can't hold normal conversations.
But
and I'm
the
not
Clinton
trying.
held a lot of power for a long time.
But on the Republican side, because there isn't that situation, Ron DeSantis. Let's just say guess who's number 2 in all of the Republican polling? It's Ron DeSantis.
Mm-hmm.
Ron DeSantis isn't going to play second fiddle to anybody because he's a power guy.
But he
is
has
doing
a
things
similar
in the state.
platform, is
I
my
think
point.
so.
He does.
So I don't think that he'll be pushed around, but I
Exactly.
think that we could get the same results economically
Oh,
that we
yeah,
did
we're
with
talking
Trump
about two different topics.
without the craziness in the White House, right?
You and I are talking about that. Eric and I are talking about a different thing because he won't be playing second fiddle
No.
to Donald Trump.
No. I don't think
That's not what a former military man who's dominating the state
But
of
do
Florida
enough
does.
Republicans look at that and go, okay, if I can get the results I got with Trump, but not have that craziness in
Hell
office,
yes.
and this is the guy.
What do you mean by craziness, just to make sure?
Just because people were upset about his tweets and just how upfront and brass he was, which I don't necessarily agree is a bad thing sometimes.
I think that this is like the Greitens thing. I can't put a finger on the Greitens thing because he was what he went through in the media, but he's leading the polls all over the place. He's the guy to beat in the next. So Trump is the same way. You can say you hate his tweeting. You can say he's brash and he went against the establishment. But for whatever reason, every straw poll you do, Trump is the man. Period. Discussion over.
Still.
I know, still. And it's freaking everybody out on the left. DeSantis, on the other hand, every time I see DeSantis, I agree with you. I think this guy he's awesome. He's awesome. But I also think DeSantis came from that camp when he was a representative in Congress. He came and he learned a lot from Trump. And that's how he won Florida, by being a little bit more out there.
Yeah. I mean,
and not
who
being
knows?
apologetic.
Who knows how much they're talking in the back, right?
A lot.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what if
Of course they
what
are.
if
Both
Trump
parties do
says,
it.
what if Trump's like, hey, come along with me as VP,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to bow out after this next one, and then you go ahead and run for, instead of an incumbent, be a vice president.
This is the book I would buy right now. All these other Trump books, I don't give a damn about. I want to know how Trump interacts with these people behind the closed doors.
Well, that's not a current book. That
I know
would be
there's one
way down
like,
the.
like a couple decades from now.
Mm-hmm.
How Trump, because he mastered. I would like. I mean, we could get Eric Schmidt on here. He's been down there.
I would rather read the book about Biden, Obama,
Yes.
Pelosi,
Yes.
Schumer, Schiff,
Yes.
Wow.
and Bush. I mean, all of that. I'd rather read that.
Do you
one.
really want to know?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And those two books would be the reason that we got to get rid of this Republican Democrat Party garbage. Those two books, because it shows.
So you're about one world order now.
Not one world order, but I think that
What do
they
you think's
play
gonna,
each other.
I know it's ironic.
They play each other.
They do play each
And
other.
I'm sick of it.
And we're the ones that get played.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, then you've got one party rule, which can be very scary.
Yeah, and they would never it wouldn't be one party rule. It would be no party rule. It would be like if Crystal Cooper's like, I'm Krista Cooper.
There's
I'm
always
from
going to
Chesterfield, Missouri. I'm running for president.
There's always going to be somebody. There's going to be a group in charge.
I got you. Yeah.
It not only here, but because the global reset that we've talked, it's already
18
on
months,
the track.
and that sucker has just moved
It's
out.
already on the track.
Yeah.
From the first time in history, more countries around the world are in lockstep.
Yep.
About certain things.
Nope, you're right.
And that's a little bit scary.
Yep. What's going on, Krista Cooper?
And it makes you wonder, what could happen?
Yeah.
Where are we going? The divisiveness this country has, we see it all the time. The hearings that are currently going on.
I just always wonder, how are people so stupid, so dumb, ridiculously stupid to not look at what you had 20 months ago, right? 24 months ago, and how good your life was. How are you so dumb that you would potentially vote for what they have installed in 18 months? I just don't.
Eric,
I can't put
that
one. I
get
just
it.
cannot
I
figure
do
out.
get it, because if you're watching headlines and media headlines, all you hear is Trump bad, Trump bad,
Absolutely.
Trump bad.
So that's
He was horrible. He
psychological
was-
programming?
Yeah, bingo. Absolutely it is.
Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
there you go. You answered my question.
And it's a little bit scary. Something else that happened, and I'm curious. We continue to have more and more high profile athletes dying, and people dying, and nobody telling us the cause.
You're talking about the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, this is pissing me off because I want information. I want details. I'm like a computer. Give me the information. Put it in me. I want to process it. And then there's a malfunction because I'm not getting the freaking information. Why are so many freaking athletes dying? A former NBA player passed away yesterday.
Yeah. Yep.
Caleb Swanigan.
Yep.
And we were just told, oh, well, he passed away.
There was
Last week we were told in Uvalde, the guy died because he died of a broken heart. Now, Baltimore Ravens linebacker Jalen Ferguson died, and the team did not release any details about how he died.
And he's 26.
Why are we not getting details of people dying?
What about the X Factor, dude? The contestant for the X Factor.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Getting married. His 34-year-old wife died the day.
Yeah.
They
Their
were
wedding
supposed to
day.
get married.
No, it was their wedding day.
Yeah.
I thought.
It's crazy.
And these are young people. Well, what's the common denominator, Vic?
So we're trying to figure out,
The
huh?
vaccine? Anyway.
I don't know. So that is how many now that we've had just in this last 2 weeks? You were saying that's 3 different.
I mean,
athletes?
I mean, you could make dozens of athletes who have succumbed to something, and young. You never used to hear about that. You used to never hear about athletes who were in their prime that were working out all the time, that were eating properly, just dying on the field. And Vic's right. It's like, it's kind of creepy. It's like, what is really going on? And has anybody released these autopsies? Has anybody said, hey, can you look and see if the heart was enlarged?
No.
Is that possible to do? And then if they do, they don't answer the question.
Well,
did Bob Saget, he died during COVID, or was that after COVID?
During COVID.
During to the end.
Yeah, and don't forget about Justin Bieber and his wife. I mean, they're still alive, but they've had significant issues as well, right? She had the blood clots and was hospitalized, and then now he has Ramsey Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Has he gotten any better? Have we noticed that?
Who?
Justin Bieber.
Oh, from 2 weeks ago that we talked here. I don't know. And this Jalen thing could be another situation as well that we don't know about. It could be something that's perfectly, normal from a health standpoint. I just don't know why we're not being given details.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, keep an eye on it. When you have 100 athletes that have passed away in memoriam or whatever it is after the season, then you can start saying, hey, is there something we should know about? Are these guys dehydrated?
Let's just hope we get some information so that at least they can let us know what is going on. But like you said, if you do get information, or if they have the information, are we really going to be told?
It's none of our business. It's the family's business, I guess. But, we are asking the pertinent questions. If it is caused by a J&J shot or a Moderna shot, that seems like the most logical thing. Remember when the soccer players over in Europe were just kind of dropping
Yes.
Well,
Multiple.
they've already come out and said some of these vaccinations create blood clots.
Well, yeah, we know that. That's 100% sure. The doctor, I mean, I can say that with 100% accuracy because I talked to the top cardiovascular surgeons through that conference that I was at, and all 4 of them in the group said something is wrong. So we're pulling out more blood clots than ever. We can't say 100% if it was COVID or the vaccine, but they put the vaccine in that mix. 100%.
And what are we into this now? 2 years and the FDA still has not signed the ticket yet.
Bingo. Chris, you read my mind. Once again, there is no protection for any of us or any listeners or anybody that has gotten vaccinated. Once again, it's still under emergency use. I don't believe I've seen the ticket signed. Like you said, Chris.
No.
It has not been signed.
And they're
Think
recommending it
about
for
and
5-year-olds.
And you don't hear about it
Yeah.
on any national headlines.
No, because national media is they champion this thing. You know, you never watch The View and say, you know, these vaccine deniers are good people. No, they're evil swine. How dare they look at a vaccine and say they don't want to get it? And then you look at anecdotal evidence, like Vic just brought up, and you go, you know, maybe I don't need that. Maybe I'm okay having COVID a couple of times, and it looks like that this virus is starting to peter out a little bit. Maybe I made the right decision. Again, we'll read the book in 20 years, Vic. We'll have a book week.
Well, critics of the vaccine say, you know, you're never going to know and that we were experiments. It may work on some people, but not on others.
Well, that's even worse. That's even worse. Well, we found out that it worked great on type O negative patients, but if you have A positive, yeah, hopefully you weren't an athlete because your heart's going to blow up.
I just go back to the thing where the ticket's not signed by the FDA.
And that's what I remember is that we have not seen that yet.
No. And
I'm just not sure. That's why I was trying to.
We're going on 2.5 years.
I'm trying to
since
look at
COVID.
that. But that was a great point you brought up, Chris, because it is. It's true. There's no FDA approved commercially available vaccines anywhere in the United States of America. They're all still emergency use authorization only. But most people who take vaccines say that's fine. They do.
Well, as long as they're
Because
willing
it's
to
like, hey,
accept that.
health officials are telling me this is what's right. Let me repeat that again for you. There are no FDA approved, commercially available vaccines anywhere in the United States of America. They're all emergency use still after all this time. It has not been signed. The national media is not talking about it. It's still emergency use. Why is it still emergency use? As Chris brought up, 2 years in the making.
So
you
it's
know
not,
why?
Right.
Nobody's liable
Right.
if anything happens to you.
Right, and they've already come out and said that, I don't know, I can't tell you which specific one. Maybe you can, Vic, but they create blood clots.
Well, they all have some sort of mixture, of bad news, but also good news. It's hard to prove this stuff, as the docs told us. But we also had the doc from Oklahoma City, George Crescent, who told us, yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting this for your kids. And he is a cardiologist pulling blood clots out of everything. I mean,
No, you cannot sue, Alan.
I don't think, no, you can't sue.
No, because you have to sign a release before you get the vaccination.
So then the argument when people are like, oh, well, then your kids, you vaccinated your kids when they were younger, right? Against measles and
Well,
all
it's
this other
not.
thing. But that's not the same because those have been approved by the FDA.
Those
correct?
were also much different technologies. Those were egg-based technologies. It was basically you created a virus to go against that virus. This is a different thing.
Yeah, and I know Danny's being funny here, but no, I didn't go against. I mean, what I'm telling you is 100% true. What Chris brought up and I backed is true.
What?
There is no FDA certification.
No, they said it. I've
for
heard
vaccines.
them say it 100 times in the last week. They still haven't. They're not certified. These are experimental. Is it experimental? Is that the right word? But no, these kids. are now being said, hey, if you're under 5, you are good to go. Go get yourself vaccinated.
I wouldn't say experimental. What was
It's not experimental. It's
Emergency
emergency use.
Yeah.
So I've never seen Vic so passionate about anything on this show than this whole vaccine thing for COVID-19. Every time we bring it up, he's like dumbfounded by
because of information.
Because of information.
Exactly. Because it doesn't add up. I just want things to add up.
Yeah.
Oh, we get some comments. Troy says that's because we're still under a depopulation program. Jenny says the media led people to believe they were approved. They lied. It would be a liability for pharmaceutical if they ever signed it. Tracy believes I was poisoned by mandated vaccines for my job due to travel requirements. She says she hasn't felt right since. There's plenty of people that feel right, though, that have had the vaccine, too, though. So you got to be fair.
That's right.
Glenn telling you about those vaccines that you brought up, Crystal. Yeah, those vaccines work. The COVID vaccine did not, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people jumping in. We got to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about this before we finish out the show. You're listening to The Edge. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Krista Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2.
I love these guys. They make funny with their mouths.
The Edge Morning Show.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's fun. Remember me? Miss you, buddy. Look, I know it's been a minute, but we gotta get the fam back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. They've got 3 of the top 5 water coasters in the world. Remember getting soaked on Mammoth and Cheetah Chase? Or screaming down monster roller coasters like Thunderbird and Voyage? Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
Do you want to work for the biggest medical cannabis company in the state of Missouri? Belief Medical is looking for dynamic individuals to join our newest facility in Jonesburg. We are currently hiring for post-harvest technicians and offer 100% company-paid benefits that include medical, dental, and vision, as well as a starting pay of $15 per hour. If you're 21 or older and ready to join a great company that offers great pay and great benefits, visit our website at beliefmedical.com. BELEAF medical.com.
KFC knows that when it comes to chicken sandwiches, there's good and there's finger-licking good.
A chicken sandwich? That's good. A 100% white meat KFC chicken sandwich so delicious it forces you to rethink everything you know about sandwiches, including whether or not they even need buns, but then you remember how good a brioche bun can be and then having to rethink your rethinking? That's finger-licking good.
KFC's chicken sandwich, always served hot and crispy, in your choice of classic or spicy. Order now on the KFC app. Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's finger-licking good.
Prices and product availability may vary.
Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it Cash Back Match. Now to recap and say cash back one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need. Indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign. And we handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
At Locke's Family Hair Salon in St. Peters, the emphasis is on family. Women, men, and children's styles to make everyone look amazing. And they have their new line of Locke's shampoo and conditioner, just for Locke's clients. For cuts, color, perms, and more. Come in for Brazilian blowouts, face waxing, makeup, and hair extensions too. On Mexico Road in St. Peters by Smoothie King. For directions and appointment information, go to LOXFamilyHairSalon.com. Locke's Family Hair Salon, where family is everything.
Shop in one place, O'Fallon Overhead Doors, for your residential and commercial garage doors and gates. As a locally owned, family-operated business, O'Fallon Overhead Doors provides 5-star service. Their technicians are not paid on commission, so they won't sell you something you don't need. Looking for a new door, a repair, or yearly maintenance? Call O'Fallon Overhead Doors on Continental Drive in Wentzville, 272-2722. Showroom open weekdays 8 till 4:30. Free estimates on new doors. Visit O'FallonOverheadDoors.com.
Keep your resolution to quit cigarettes this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. I Quit Vapor carries the salt nicotine systems, their latest juice flavors, and all of their pod systems. Let their staff explain why the salt nicotine system is so effective in helping you to quit cigarettes for good. It has a much smoother delivery and allows you to adjust the amount of nicotine intake. I Quit Vapor is still your one-stop shop for everything vapor. Keep your quit cigarette resolution this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back. The Edge, happy Wednesday. Great show. We've had a lot of guests. It's been fun. We appreciate you joining us. The outtakes, the show breaks. It'd still be nice to get on air somehow, someway. Our conversation.
No, because we would all sit here clammed up because we knew the cameras were on us.
No.
We like, shut up.
No, that's the cable version. It's the cable version. David Haynes says, check out the movie Contagion, put out in 2014. It follows COVID protocol to a T, and it was out in 2014.
I would watch it. I would freak out too much.
Yeah. Then don't look into how like The Simpsons have like forecasted a bunch of stuff either.
That's crazy.
There's
it is.
a lot of proof.
Can you
on
do
that.
some homework tonight?
Sure.
Can you look up all of the things that was on The Simpsons before they actually happened in real life?
Yeah, why not?
I think you can go to a
There's
website.
There's a montage.
It's amazing. They'll
Yeah.
blow your freaking mind.
Sounds good.
And there's also a lady that was completely blind from the 1920s, and she has predicted that aliens will land on Earth in 2022.
Big Ben here.
Time travelers are predicting that this year too. 2022, the end of 2020. Hurricane in Florida wiping out most of Florida.
Yeah.
And one of the alien races is going to land. There you go. Eric Johnson. Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper, and Vic Faust at Fox 2. We'll see you tonight for Fox 2 News at 5 and 9. And I don't know what color I'm wearing tonight. I really don't care.
Green.
I'll wear
For
green.
money.
Green.
Green?
Green it is.
For money.
Shanny's up next. Don't have a good day.
Bye.
Have a great day.